Yo, what's up? It's your boy Speculation, but again, one other video. 22. It's already starting off with a banger. You know, Happy New Year. It's already starting off with a banger. One of the kings of pop released his album recently. It's titled The Dawn FM. You know who I'm talking about, right? The Weeknd. Like, The Weeknd is a top tier pop and R&B artist. You know, some niggas try to play him. They try to put him in a hip hop category. You know, yeah, hip hop category is it's a privilege to be on a hip hop category, but he's not hip hop. In terms of his hip hop, in terms of culture, but in terms of music, he's not making hip hop music. He's not a rapper. He's an artist. He's a singer. You know, rappers are artists, but he's a singer. He's on the singing side of hip hop. He's not on the singing side. He's not on the rapping side like Kendrick. Kendrick is the top nigga when it comes to rap. The Weeknd is the top nigga when it comes to pop and R&B. So, but there's always like a top 3 of niggas running shit. In hip hop, it's always Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole. When it comes to pop, The Weeknd, Bruno Mars, and Ed Sheeran. But that's my preference though. That's my preference. I feel like there's nobody better than these 6 guys in terms of these genres. You know what I'm saying? But you can have your own preference. But The Weeknd released his own album recently, and I feel like this album is one of the greatest albums I've ever heard from him and from this generation. Last time the Grammys played him, they didn't even nominate him for one of his classic albums that he made. But The Weeknd said, you know what? I'm not gonna submit my albums no more to the Grammys. I'm just gonna make music. I'm gonna make you motherfuckers see that I'm one of the greatest artists of this generation. And I feel like he's one of the greatest artists of this generation. I listened to the album. Some might say, oh, you just listened to the album one time and you say it's a classic. I'm not saying it's a classic. But I know, like, you know, sometimes when you listen to something, you can just tell that, okay, this is the one. Like, when I first heard his last album, the last album that he was snubbed, you know, from the Grammys, when I first listened to that album, I was like, damn, this guy is on another level. He's on a stratosphere of his own. Like, he's on a different level. And it turned out to be that way. Like, some things you just hear like off the bat, just like that. So The Weeknd is one of those guys. I remember like people saying, oh, I feel like Changes is better than The Weeknd's album. And I'm like, yeah, Justin Bieber, he made the album. He made a great album. Of course, Changes is a great album, and it was a comeback album. So, and it was a Valentine's album. But The Weeknd's album is a classic album. He made that album to last the test of time. He didn't make the album for a certain audience. He made a variety of music so it can fit so many people in just that one. It feels like it's a compilation of genres, but he made it sound the same. He made it authentic. You know what I'm saying? So this album right here, I feel like it's a little bit different. It sounds a little bit of EDM, just a little bit of EDM on the EDM side, but it still has that Weeknd, you know, that Weeknd groove. Like, The Weeknd has a particular sound. Like, he developed a sound for himself, like that futuristic sound. You know, that sound that makes you wanna dance. Like, he has that type of sound right now. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this album should be considered in one of the greatest albums of this second. I don't know if it's a second or this starting the new decade. Let's just say that from the start of this new decade, this album is going to be one of the greatest albums of this decade, this new decade that we're starting. But you guys just let me know, man. Happy New Year to all of you guys. I haven't been posting much. You know, I will try to post as much as